Da 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 da. Bollocks! That's the wrong music. I'm not going again. It's news time, you shits! Good morning! Good afternoon! Good evening! Good night! I have no idea what time you're watching this, so I thought I'd cover all my bases. I don't know what time it is now, actually. Time has become irrelevant in the new world. Seriously, though, I mean, everything's topsy-turvy. I was tidying the living room at 3 a.m. because I was up. I sleep whenever, eat whenever, do whatever. I got up this morning at around 7:30ish because I'm not a big sleeper. Had my breakfast, went and had a wash, got changed from my pajamas into other pajamas. These are my comfiest jammies. They are like a big hug for my soul. Yeah, everything's weird. Case in point, my wife's gone into town to get some essentials and pick up shopping for some of the members of family who are forced to isolate completely. There's a queue to get into Tesco's and an hour wait because they have to separate everyone out and all of that. I mean, I'm not complaining. No, it's what needs to happen for people to be safe, and they're doing a hell of a job. Zero complaint. But it's fucking strange, isn't it? Queuing for an hour to get into Tesco's. Like that. If you'd have told me a year ago that I'd be stuck in self-isolation, I say stuck, safe in self-isolation, let's be fair, this is the right thing to do, but if you told me a year ago that we would all be quarantined in our homes and there'd be an hour queue to get into Tesco's, I would have probably wondered why you had brought that up and then asked you to leave my house. I mean, I don't know you. But still, yeah, really weird. So that's the world that we're living in now. And in that world, there is news happening. Now, I want to cover something. Yesterday was rough. My phone pings 20 times a minute with news updates, and there were death numbers, and there was the youngest person to catch coronavirus and sadly not make it, and there was it was difficult. Do not be afraid to bow out of the news cycle. Watch me, I'm awesome. Always watch what I do. But apart from that, don't be afraid to bow out of the news cycle, because it will wear on you. I mean, I find it in a way comforting to know everything that's going on, because I can build a picture in my head of how the world is coping with things. But that's me. And there'll be others like me, and there'll be others who the thought of all that news bombarding them just nope. And that's fine. Like, so there's my mental health tip of the day. Step the fuck away from the news. But yeah, I'll bring you the news that you need to know. The important shit, like this. That's a goat. It is, look. They are weird creatures. They'll eat anything. I watched one eat a man once. So, yeah. Goats. The town of Llandudno in Wales, I'm pretty sure I pronounced that right, go me, is a seaside resort, and I say resort, it's a seaside town. I don't know the place, I know the name, and I've heard of it, and I may have gone past it once, but I digress. The town is normally bustling. It's a tourist place, there's a lot of people on the streets, and above the town is a mountain. Now, again, I don't know the geographical layout, so I'm literally picturing what is essentially the town from Fireman Sam and a massive Mount Doom-esque cliffside next to it. I've probably got that wrong, but we'll go with that. So, above Llandudno, there is this cliff just covered in goats. Just like a wall of fucking goats there. Just all eating each other and anything that passes. Snatching birds out of the sky as they go past. Taking them down with laser vision, because the fucking things are evil. But cliff, goats. And then now there's no one in the town. So they're like, well, fuck it. And they're swarming the town. Now I'm picturing them kind of like Piranha. Just flocking through and just leaving the place barren and devoid of life and stripping the copper wiring out of the walls. I don't know. Goats are taking over a town in Wales. I mean, in yesterday's news report, I told you that nature is not reclaiming the land. And in a bid to make me look like a twat, nature has decided to reclaim the land. So there we go. Goats. Welsh goats taking over Wales. Fucking bizarre. Now, you... of course, it is April 1st and I'm recording this, so you're probably thinking it's some sort of hilarious jape that I've planned. Well, you can piss off, because I'm not doing April Fools this year. I'm just not. I enjoy an April Fool's gag as much as the next man. Some of the corporate ones are cringeworthy, some of them are ill-timed, some of them are actually genuinely funny, and some of them give us some of the greatest products in history. Case in point, the Tauntaun sleeping bag from Think Geek, I believe, which started as a joke and is now an actual thing that you in this world can purchase. I mean, the world's a better place with a Tauntaun sleeping bag in it, isn't it? Really? I think so. But yeah, I'm not doing April Fools. Part of the reason I'm not is because I fear there will be a rash of hilarious coronavirus jokes. I don't know why I did that for coronavirus. That was supposed to be for jokes. The coronavirus is very real. The jokes would be terrible. Yeah, no one needs that. I don't need someone posting on my Twitter feed that they've caught it or cured it or any of that shit, and then, haha, April Fools. So if you were thinking of doing that, here's what you can do instead. Go outside. Now, I know you're not supposed to go outside for no reason, but this is important. If you are plotting a hilarious coronavirus joke for the internet, go outside. Open your bin and climb into it, okay? Now I'm going to need you to rock the bin back and forth until you fall, and then try and get it rolling. And you're going to roll it all the way to the sea. And then you're going to float. You're just going to float away until you come to an island. On that island, there will be a volcano. Now I want you to climb the volcano and throw yourself in, because we don't need you. You bastard. You hypothetical prick. I may have vented a little of my frustration with the world in that one. But yeah, bin, sea, volcano, lava. That's the way to go. And the goats were real. No April Fools here. So, that's interesting. Now, in slightly less funny news, yeah, this is not as dire as it looks. I searched pixels for darkness, and that's what I got. So, some Hamlet-looking motherfucker over here. But anyway, electric companies have warned people in Britain to keep torches handy in case of power cuts, because they may have staff shortages, and that could be a thing. Now, a couple of months ago, they all laughed when I started buying camping lanterns. But who's laughing now? Not many people, because the world is sad. But yeah, we could expect some power cuts. We're used to that here, to be honest, because we live in the arse end of nowhere. And as I've said before, we can get cut off from the mainland by weather, avalanche, civil unrest, someone with a shovel who digs too far and accidentally severs our connection to the mainland, and we start floating away into the sea, like anything. So we've got multiple supplies. But here's a tip: keep a torch handy. Maybe some candles, but be careful with candles, because people are really dumb and have a tendency to set fire to themselves, and you don't need that right now. It is a good way of killing off any sort of bacteria by completely immolating, but it will take you with it, which is bad, so don't do that. In other news, I have never seen a pig look so happy to have a piece of metal inserted inside it. It's freaky. He's, my safe word is banana. Yeah, in other news, there is an update today, April 1st, to the living wage. Now, or the minimum wage, or the national... look, some people are going to be getting some more money, which is great. I have seen some news reports kind of claiming that, in response to the coronavirus issue, we're making sure that these heroes are getting... That's not how it happened. This was decided a while back. So, much as Boris et al. Are getting a lot of shit at the moment, I am not a fan of Boris Johnson. I think he looks like... Essentially, if you were to find an ancient text and bring a sack of straw to life, that's Boris. So, and he's not he comes out with some. I mean, the bus. Look, I'm not going to get into politics, and I'm not going to get into Boris Johnson because I'll lose my shit. I'm not a fan. That being said, as Prime Minister currently, he has the hardest job for years. You know, this is an unprecedented situation, and he might not be doing everything right, and he's still a boffling fool when he's on the microphone. But I agree, the measures taken are the right measures. Maybe they could do more, maybe they could do different, maybe they could, but everyone's trying their best, and it's not just him. There's a whole political structure, most of which is now infected with the virus. So, you know, fuck it, anarchy rules. But what I'm saying is, I'm not throwing hate at politicians. Not for now. Once everyone recovers from this, I will go back to telling the world that I'm fairly certain that Dominic Raab is sentient spam, who we really need to just lock in a safe and sink to the bottom of the Marianas Trench. But for now, I'm giving them a pass, because it's a fucking difficult thing to try and run a country when the country is running itself into the ground via illness and economic collapse. So yeah, but this is the news. Some people are getting more money. Now, I did actually look up the figures, and there will be 21 to 24-year-olds are getting an increase to from £7.70 to £8.20. 18 to 20-year-olds will go from £6.15 to £6.45. Under 18s from £4.35 to £4.55, and apprentices from £3.90 to £4.15. So that's a thing. Oh, and the national living wage for over 25-year-olds is going up to £8.72 from £8.21. That's shit, isn't it? I mean, it's not a lot of money, but it's more than you were getting before. So I mean, I don't get paid. I don't get paid for this shit. I'm just sat here in my jammies, naked from the waist down, for all you know. Yeah, weird world. But so there we go. So that's some news. So, you know, more money in your pay packet. I suppose it's time for weather. Bring me my weather hat, boy. Bring me my weather hat faster, boy.
You're weird. You're a weird dad.
Yes, I agree. Thank you. Love you. Okay, let's put on the weather hat. This is very important. Weather is happening. That's it. As I said before, if you want to know the weather, look out the window. We're all stuck indoors anyway. If you're going for a walk, then, you know, maybe take an umbrella if you live within a mile of me. It's a bit showery. Other than that, fucked if I know what it looks like outside your window. So, yeah, I may not be very good at this, but hopefully I'm entertaining with it. So that's a thing. Your intrepid reporter signing off. Just, you know, look after each other, be nice to each other, and do something today that makes you happy. Like, masturbate. Or masturbate. Stay well, stay safe, and stay the fuck indoors.